Dear brothers and sisters in Christ, it's a great pleasure to be with you this evening. My heart is very full for what we have gathered in the cathedral with so many representing institutions and parishes of the Archdiocese. Is not just a picture of the people in our two counties, it's a picture of love made visible. And in that picture, all our hearts should be moved. Jesus talks about love very often. In the Gospel today, he talks about it in a conditional way, almost a way that makes us wonder, what is he saying? If you love me, keep my word. Those who love me will keep my word. It's almost as if there is a condition, perhaps a threat, attached to love. And we all know that love is freely given. It's not commanded or coerced. If someone tells us, if you don't love me, I'll leave, well, the game is already lost, isn't it? Love is gone. And you might just as well go too. For love is driven not by fear, but by desire. But even love needs to be focused, needs to be concentrated, directed to a person who also desires, but who also fears. Before a great love, why are we sometimes afraid? I think we're not so much afraid of losing love, but afraid of loving. This 10th anniversary has taken me by surprise in many ways, and I'm most grateful to Bishop Line and to so many others who have organized a series of events around the 10th anniversary, which at first I thought wasn't so important to celebrate, but I'm very pleased and grateful and moved that we have celebrated it, because it enables us, I hope, to face a certain problematic about our very future that we can't face unless we are together in love. And yet that call to love together reminds us that there are fears associated with loving one another. We're afraid we'll be betrayed, that husband will turn on his wife, or wife on her husband, that children will not love their parents in return, that a church might turn on an ordained priest, that a religious community could become not a community, but a mob. We might be betrayed. And we're afraid also of ourselves, that we will betray someone whom we promised to love, to keep forever in our hearts. We're afraid that we ourselves will be unfaithful. And the statistics on marriage, on consecrated life, on ordained priesthood, even on discipleship of Jesus himself, show that there's a certain fear that is keeping people, in many instances, from love. For we know that real love has to be forever. We have to keep the words that we say, or something happens to us. Our life dissolves. We know that love is constant. And who now is capable of taking his or her entire life in hand and having it over to someone else so totally? Can we hand our lives completely to a husband, to a wife, to a child, to the church, to Christ himself? Keep my word, he says. And he means not just on Tuesday or Wednesday, he means forever. And so we find ourselves wanting to love, but afraid to love. Christ's command to love, the command to love, keeps us focused, even when desire is far from us, for there are ups and downs in every love affair. However, to chance giving our life in this way, to dare to love, we need to experience the love of someone else, so that we will have courage to love in turn.